And we're...
I forgot you do that. You're gonna break it. As you can tell, we're in the same location. Let's address the controversy, shall we?
Controversy?
Yes, hold on. There's an airplane. There's paparazzi going around.
Yeah, because we're recording in LA, so there's a lot of air traffic.
Yes. So yeah, we weren't in the same place last episode that was uploaded.
Oh, we weren't?
No, we weren't.
Y'all couldn't tell? Well, actually, audio listeners could never. They would never find out.
They would never.
Yeah.
And then something happened with... We thought we were built for it.
For
overseas recording. Like, we were like, oh, this is so easy.
I mean, it should be easy. Like, you just put up the Zoom call and then you put your camera on and then you talk, right? Yeah. But it's actually harder than that. But we messed up. It's hard.
We messed up an episode, so we skipped a week.
Yes, so y'all missed some really great content, actually. Which...
It was because I was, like, out of it. Like, honestly, I think that's what happened.
We might revisit the topic, but you guys will not know what it is.
We'll never know. The lost episode. 2 lost episodes, actually.
There was 2 lost episodes?
Yeah. Remember, we recorded 1 episode to prepare since you were leaving.
Oh.
And we recorded it on my phone.
Yes. And that didn't really
was a
go
lost
well. But that was
episode.
also a good episode.
It was also... Yeah. I forgot what it was. Oh, we were playing a game. We can play a game again.
Yeah, we can play the game again, totally. Okay. But not today, because today...
We're starting to run out of things to talk about.
Yeah, so... I don't know, maybe I was reading on Reddit, which is what we're going to look at right now, is that we have to, like, focus in on a certain subject and then talk about that subject.
Isn't that what we've been doing for 2 seasons?
But what's the subject?
For 40 episodes is what we've been doing.
What's the subject?
No, the first season we were just like willy-nilly.
No, of course, which is fun.
And then the second episode, I did want to like have more focused episodes.
Yeah.
And we have had them.
See, I want to be a conspiracy podcast, but
it's a 2-person show.
Yeah, you're right. Conspiracy podcasts are usually just run by one crazy person, and then like they have other dudes with them who like agree with them all the time and hype them up. Yes,
ma'am.
Ma'ams.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'ams, and yes, mans.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sirs, or yes. What's it equivalent to sir?
Yes, her.
Yes, sir, and her. Hey, sir, and hers.
Hey Siri. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at r/advice on Reddit.
We're going to give our unsolicited advice to some Redditors.
Yes. Before that, let me open up the tea.
Oh yeah. So you always have a bevy. You have Arizona tea.
Yeah, 'cause it's getting
Was it $1?
Hot. It was not $1 actually. I actually had the receipt.
I think it's $1.99.
Yeah, it used to be 99 cents, but it's
no,
not
I
anymore.
think the 99 cents ones are something different.
No. These are supposed to be the 99-cent one. Anyways, can y'all hear it?
I'm drinking a Mountain Dew slushie. I was gonna get like a regular beverage, but then I forgot we were at a 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens are fun.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to open this up here for all your audio listeners.
I'm drinking my Mountain Dew slushie.
I mean, everyone's technically an audio listener if you think about it, except for the
like. Stop. Everyone's an audio listener because they listen to it as a background noise, but it isn't until we say something controversial that they rewind it and they watch what we're doing.
I'm still waiting for someone to like duet us on like YouTube, because we post to like YouTube shorts sometimes, like duet us, like be like, you know, when people like film themselves reacting to a clip to show like how foul it is because we're so foul. Anyways, taste test for Arizona green tea.
You've never had in Arizona?
Wow. Oh, it's good.
I had that Mountain Dew in the car and it like went up to my head.
What do you mean, like you snorted it?
No, like I had it and then I was feeling nothing. Like I took a sip of it and then like we were at the red light and I was like rethinking my whole life because I just felt it go up.
It's like sugar and caffeine. Yeah. And probably the food dyes too. They say food dyes are like not good for you.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Except in this podcast, we're kind of here for a long time because it's a podcast. Long form.
And podcasts live forever.
Unfortunately, yes. So I'm gonna go into hot. So on Reddit, if you've never used Reddit, what's wrong with you? Do you use Reddit?
I scrolled through it, but I don't know it.
Yeah. I feel like Reddit back in the day, it was like for nerds and like antisocial people. But nowadays, I think people know what Reddit is. So you can go on little subreddits. In this case, we're in r/advice, and here people post questions and ask for advice from the internet. So we are people on the internet. Hello. And we're going to give our unsolicited advice. So hot.
Okay, you pick one.
Okay, I'm gonna pick.
I found one too. So okay.
Some of these have like stories. Well, I think they all kind of have.
They have stories, yeah. And some of them are inappropriate.
Yes, like NSFW, which means not safe for
and
women.
Just to like keep it not. We're not. Of course, we're not age appropriate, but also just to keep it kind of clean.
NC-17.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, pick one.
I found one. Okay.
Which one is it? Is it on here?
Yes. My friends are intentionally ignoring me.
Oh, I saw that one.
Spicy.
Okay, click.
I want to see what that's about. Okay. I'll read it. I made a new friend from work about 6 months ago, and we've been hanging out multiple times a week since then. She also has another friend that she's been super close with for years, and she recently got done with her second year of college, so she's more free. I had them over on Friday and had a good time with hanging out with the other friend for the first time. We texted and stuff too. Well, last night they came over and we had a blast. When I woke up today, they were gone, which is normal, but usually my friend from work will text me like a thanks or whatever. I didn't get that today. I texted our group chat saying I had fun, and I've been left undelivered by both of them. I texted them separately too. This is extremely unusual for them because they're always on their phones. They're still posting stuff on social media today, but not reading my messages. I can't think of anything that happened to them to make them mad at me, except for when I asked the new friend why she said the
R slur.
So she said a bad word, but
yes.
Why would that warrant being intentionally ignored? Maybe I'm just not meant to have friends. A lot to take in.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I like how I was reading the story and I'm like, oh, they're ignoring her. They intentionally ignored her.
And it started talking about racism and slurs.
And then, I guess one of the friends said a slur, and the person. So there's three. Person A, B, and C.
Yes.
So person A is telling the story, and then person A is like, the person B said something bad, and person A called them out for it. Maybe B and C got bothered by the fact that like,
and they're just ignoring A.
They're like, she like called me out. That was not cool. And then they just like aren't friends
like,
with her.
Why
anymore.
isn't she racist like us? These are work friends.
Oh,
by the way, it says I made a new friend from work.
Yes. How do you feel about work friends?
Okay, it depends. It really, really, really depends. It's like a case-by-case basis, like workplace basis. Because some workplaces are more like fun and party and...
Well, they say that they're in their second year of college.
Oh, do you think it's like fast food or the service industry?
Well,
or maybe
let's not
retail?
judge them.
Okay, I'm just saying I think it'll give good context because...
when you're in your second year of college, when you're in college, you basically work the service jobs, the retail jobs, but maybe they also work at an office, like a little like receptionist job.
You're right. But birds of a feather flock together.
You're bringing birds into this.
What is the advice here? Why they're just asking?
Like their friends are intentionally ignoring them.
Yeah, they're asking us why. Oh, this person said maybe they're not meant to have
why
friends.
would
That's
that
sad.
More being intentionally ignored? Like is she?
Yeah, she's making a lot of assumptions here.
Good thing you brought that up because I think it also like maybe answers something that she's asking, but never make assumptions about anything.
Oh, totally. You have to.
I think
ask people.
Yeah, like. I've gotten to that age. I guess I don't know if like this is something that happens with age, but I'm so tired of assuming. I'm so tired of not getting answers that I just straight up ask.
I think that's the way to go because otherwise you're not.
You're like this, wondering like, am I even allowed to have friends.
Yeah, and that's terrible. That's
To
sad.
like assume of yourself.
Yes, and it's like assuming what others think, trying to read them. I don't know, are you good at reading people? do
Oh,
you
I'm
think?
very good at reading people.
Really?
I think this job that I've had for like the last 3 years have like, because I interact with so many people all at once, I'm like, I know how you act. That like now that I'm in like my 3rd year, I automatically say things because I'm like, I know you're gonna do this, so I'm gonna say this. I know you're gonna act this way, so I'm gonna do this.
Okay, now what if that person that you knew so well just stopped texting you and you were on like a texting basis? Would you know why? Would you be able to guess why accurately?
Am I basing it off of this person or just like myself?
I mean, you can add in
If
this
someone
person that
just
we're
like
reading
out of
about.
the blue just stopped texting me.
Yeah, wouldn't that be kind of weird? You'd be wondering why, and then you'd make
Oh
assumptions.
yeah, I'd be wondering why. I make my assumptions, but then I would text them. The person that I am today would text them being like, hey, like, you're not answering my text, and like, I don't know if I've done anything wrong to upset you. Like, I really didn't mean it. But
Yeah.
like, what's good? What's up?
Yeah, talk to me.
Talk to me.
I would do the same. I usually approach it. I would usually say like, "Is everything okay? Like, are you dead?"
If you are like, send me a text.
Yeah, and I used to be really bad at this in high school and growing up in college. It's like I would make the worst assumptions like, God, did I say something really bad? Or did I do something wrong?
But
And
you
I'd
wouldn't
blame
confront
myself.
them.
No. I'd keep it all in my head and
Exactly.
then I'd be like, I'm a terrible person, and then my self-esteem goes down the drain. But it's great now that we have that mindset of asking.
Yeah, because when we were in high school, we're like, oh, I don't want to text them. That's so lame.
Except that's the thing. That's the cool thing to do nowadays.
To be lame?
No.
Or to
Do the thing that would have been lame, which is to communicate openly.
Oh, I see. But wait, I think they said something.
I also think like in high school I craved drama and tension, so I would intentionally just not
Stir the pot?
Yeah.
Just to stir it?
Yeah.
So they both left them on red and she texted them separately.
Yeah.
So she's making the effort. Like she's like, what's good? And then it's crappy for them not to answer because it's like,
And it says that they're still posting on social media.
oh, that's what I was going to do. Still posting on social media. And they're on their phones all the time. I think I read something recently that said, we're too old and it's so childish to say that you didn't see my text when I know you're on your phone.
I mean, sometimes I don't answer texts.
It's true. Like when I'm like scrolling, I see the message and then I keep scrolling and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot. Like they had messaged me.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
like
intentionally.
Yeah.
And that's also something that I'm assuming she's a girl. I don't know if she's a girl.
Let's just assume.
Okay.
I know I said all
that
those things
sexist?
about assume,
Yeah.
but like we don't know them.
Yes, you're right. Or yeah. This girl that I'm calling a girl, which might be, it's not problematic. I don't know. She could make the wrong assumption when these girls very might will just be ignorant and not answer messages. They're just not good at answering messages. I don't know.
What if like after she posted this, they answered? And she's like, oh, I was overreacting for nothing.
Usually that's kind of the case, you know, like you find out the information, the truth, like what the other person was actually thinking, and almost a lot of
the time you're overreacting.
yeah, I don't know. In a good case scenario, like it comes out okay in the end. You know, it's like, oh yeah,
Because everything in life will be okay.
I mean, it's like that's what we like to tell ourselves.
And if they're not answering you, maybe it's for the best. Like, go find some other friends.
Yeah, they're racist anyways.
Yeah. Period.
Okay, next.
Next.
We hope you enjoyed our advice. That was from. Can we say usernames? No, we shouldn't.
I mean, did you see the username?
Kiss my ass for 2069. I will Reddit. Okay, I'll do the next one. I'm gonna go into top, and then I'm gonna do the top of the past week.
In the meantime, I'm also trying to look for one.
Okay. These are really crazy.
These are nuts. Like, it's insane how, like, they're
okay.
anonymous.
Here's
so, like,
one. Someone by someone named I'm not gonna say this on stream because I think it'll get us like censored. Okay. The advice or the post says, "Can I just leave? Period. I put in a 2 weeks notice already and found another job. I don't want to be here today at work. Can I just leave?" There's not even a question mark. Okay, there's a lot of responses.
Let's see what they say. Tell them.
So the top response says, legally, yeah, you can just leave, but I would rule out using this employer as a reference in the future or ever working there again if you do. Up to you if that matters or not. I mean, that's true. And then the reply to that says, I agree with this. It's not always good to burn bridges unless it's a bridge you won't cross again.
Oh, I love that saying. Unless it's a bridge you won't cross again.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm trying to think of any bridges that I've burned besides with high school. No.
Job-wise?
Job-wise, I've never just quit. I mean, I've always put in 2 weeks. I mean, I remember one of my first jobs, it did not, like, end well, but I still put in my 2 weeks.
Oh.
But it's like,
Was it a toxic workplace?
It was.
And that's why you left?
Yeah.
But you still put
it
your 2
weeks. It
made
made
me
cry. That place made me cry. Yes.
Okay.
I still put in my 2 weeks. I still was kind enough because I wanted to use them as a reference. So I wanted to maintain the toxic bridge.
I'm trying to...
I mean, I know this feeling.
Yeah. I think to this day, it was accurate 2 weeks ago. I've never put my 2 weeks in to any job.
Oh wow, really? So what did you do?
They've always closed down.
Yo,
they were always temporary or just closed down.
Really? Were these like startups?
No comment. But once, not once, last year, I did have a toxic job. So toxic that I was like, it's making me question like everything in my life, everything in my professional life, everything in my personal life.
That's terrible. I would quit like right away.
Yeah. And I would just be like, if I put my this is a temporary position, but like this workplace is so toxic that like it's making me cry every day. It's making me wish I got into an accident to and from work.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So like I just didn't want to live anymore. Like in my head.
Yeah, and it's sad that like a job can do that to us and that we feel like
it really had to do with like the training and like blah, blah, blah. So I didn't put my 2 weeks. I quit. I was like, I can't. I went into like this person. I think it was a president's office. I honestly don't even know like the structure of the whole thing, but I went into someone who I think was like the highest up, and I said, I can't do this anymore. Like I need to leave. And so I didn't put my 2 weeks in, and I don't want to be here today. When someone else called me and be like, are you okay? Like I heard that you put your 2 weeks in. It's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Word for word, I was like, I just want to go home.
Yeah, no job should ever make anyone feel like that. And and unfortunately that's the case in a lot of jobs. Like there's people out there experiencing this right now. But yeah, I would do the same. I would just leave.
Yeah, so I thought I was just gonna leave, but then I was like, I'm burning this bridge like completely. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna give them the things that, you know, my workplace property things. But I sat there and I was like, I would like to like tie up loose ends. So like nothing goes.
Yeah.
Just out there.
That's good. I think that's probably the best way to handle it if you wanted to leave like right then and there, is at least be diplomatic.
Let them know that you're like at rock bottom.
Yeah, that you're upset.
Yeah. Because then they don't understand. And
yeah,
I did have an exit interview and I told them like I didn't have any training. Like this was so new and I was so ready for like the challenge. But like the fact that you guys made it a lot more challenging than it needed to be, it's like... Yeah, I need to leave.
And it's good that they heard that, so that I guess the next person who gets fucked over by them doesn't get like this bad.
I know, like I'm wondering who it is right now.
Yeah. It's crazy how like disorganized some places are. Even on the outside, you know, they seem to be like organized, and I can say that for a lot of workplaces that I've experienced.
Should I say why it was disorganized?
Yeah, why?
I don't think they'll ever see this.
as long as you're not like in an NDA, which I mean I don't think you are.
No. Yeah. So like nepotism at its finest.
Nepotism, like
Yeah.
like the higher ups and like hired family members and stuff. Like family was working the business.
A lot of the other departments.
Wow,
That happened.
They were related.
Yeah, like one time, someone who was just like, I think he was working on posters or something. I don't know what he was doing. I just heard cutting papers and scissors, but the like
Crayons.
someone from the higher ups was like ready to go home, and I saw them get in the car. He was like a 16-year-old, and I was like, the hell is going on here?
Can I go home then? Can I get in the Land Rover?
Can you take me home too?
Right. Wow.
So yeah, maybe they weren't the ones qualified, and that made my job worse.
Yeah, maybe they like shifted all of their job responsibilities onto you because you actually are not related to them. Yeah, I also experienced nepotism at one of my other older jobs, which I won't name because it's, I don't know. And it made things hard because there's conflict of interest going on. It makes those people who are not the Nepo babies.
Nepo babies.
Yeah, that's what you call them, right? Who are not the Nepo babies or of the same blood to feel uncomfortable. It's like they're out of, like, literally out of something. Like, I don't belong there. So.
But also she says, this person says, I put in a 2 weeks notice already and found another job. I don't want to be here today at work. Can I just leave?
I mean, they can. It
Honestly,
depends on, I guess, the country. I mean, I know here in California, you can just leave.
Yeah.
Like, just how you can just be fired.
Like, I understand that you found another job and you just don't want to be there, but you have 2 weeks.
True. Are you saying, like, it's only 2 weeks, you can just get through it?
I feel like do your best to get through it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you never know when you're going to need maybe it's like a reference, like this person says.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is kind of a gray area where you have to judge, like, okay, at least try to finish the 2 weeks. Unless it's, like, threatening your mental health or threatening your life or just making you feel like shit. It's like, it's just 2 weeks. Yeah.
The grass is greener on the other side. And it is because they have another job.
Yes, and it will get better.
No, it won't.
All right.
Okay, maybe I found another one. I don't know how I found this one, so it just says boyfriend yell at me for crying.
Okay.
Last night we hit a rabbit. The sound was loud.
A rabbit?
They hit a rabbit last night. I have 2 bunnies at home. They are everything to me. You think my boyfriend of a year would understand this. So after that I cried. He flipped out on me the moment I mentioned I needed some comfort because I wasn't feeling right. Every time I came back with something or stuttered because I was still too very emotional, he'd be listening to me very cartoony. I'm not sure how to describe the face he was making, but it made me feel very small. Toward the end, he told me, I don't think I remember things the same way you do. I'm nervous. I'm being gaslit.
Yo, that's serious. All because they ran over
they ran over a rabbit, which like happens. Like you ran over a cat. I've never ran over a cat yet. I want to see that happen. Not like threatening any cats out there, but like you always hear it. Anyways, yeah, so they ran over a rabbit. She has 2 rabbits herself. So she like she was like an empath to it. And he was like, what are you doing? Like, stop.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be reacting the way that you're reacting.
And someone commented he was insensitive to your needs. I'd be furious.
I don't know if I agree with like their very last sentence of them wondering if they're being gaslit. I don't know.
I'm nervous I'm being gaslit.
I think the guy's
maybe
just
they've never been gaslit, so they're like, am I being gaslit?
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out how to describe it. I think they should have a talk with their partner.
They should.
Yeah.
Communication. And then break up with them.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's nice to vent on Reddit, but I think ultimately you have to talk about this with the person who you're dealing this about. Not
like, honestly, like I see where maybe he's coming from since I've had to deal with men. Like, no, run.
It's
like,
a red flag.
It's a red flag. Like, it's only been a year. She says that it's been a year. So like now, because it's been a year and because the light shedding and you're in this situation, you're like, oh my God, what is this person? Who is this person that I'm with?
They're finally seeing their true colors.
Yeah. Exactly. I feel like you see people's true colors in the moment of like emergency and like tragedy.
I agree.
I just,
It got you thinking.
it got me thinking.
Oh, here's one. My parents think I'm gay, but I'm actually straight. Sorry, did we wrap the other one up? Because, okay.
Okay, we had to take a commercial break,
Yeah.
but you found a good one.
Yeah, my parents think I'm gay, but I'm actually straight. Okay, wait, it's kind of, I mean, it's long. It's not super inappropriate. I'm going to read it.
Go for it.
A few weeks ago, he's 18 and male, met up with a sex worker. They were having sex and the condom broke. So then they got paranoid. They went to get PEP. I can describe this because I'm gay.
Okay,
PEP is like, it's almost like the morning after pill for women, except for like HIV or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, it says... fast forward to today, I've been taking my PEP for the past few weeks. My dad asked me to go on a drive with him. I should have seen it coming, lol. And springs it on me that he found my PEP. He gave a very touching talk about how they will always support me. Awkward silence on the drive home. Should I tell them the truth because I'm actually straight, or should I tell them I'm bi? Or just fucking let them think I'm gay? All advice appreciated. I live in Ireland, by the way. So first of all, I don't even know if... Oh, okay, so the sex worker is a girl.
Oh, okay.
And he was a male.
Yeah, I was like, wait, did they specify?
Yeah, it said...
a female sex worker?
They went to get PEP at the hospital because I didn't trust her. Emphasize on the her. So it was
She's
straight...
a sex worker. Like, she should know the danger. Like,
Yes.
maybe she already knows the dangers. I mean, like, I'm on birth control.
Yeah.
I'm not only on birth control, but I got an implant.
Yeah, I think everyone should be taking their precautions. But, I mean, I think it was right for this guy, this 18-year-old male...
He's very responsible.
Yes, to go
That's very
and do
responsible.
that. To make sure he takes care of himself. Because, I mean, don't trust anyone, really. But it's funny
Never
that...
trust anyone.
It's funny that the dad assumed that he was gay because it was PEP. Because PEP is, like, usually for, like, homosexuals. Or
What
men
if
who have
the
sex with
dad's
men.
a homosexual?
That's the biggest plot twist ever.
Like, how would he know?
I mean, the dad didn't explicitly say, son, I know you're gay, but I accept you. He just said, he at least what the poster said, he gave a very touching talk about how they will always support me.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gay, my son's gay, I support him.
I don't know, like...
Oh, you went to another one.
Oops. If I was straight and my parents thought I was gay, I think I'd want to correct the record. I'd want to set it straight.
But I think...
Sorry, I wanted to make that.
I think maybe he, like, it's too awkward for him.
He's 18. Yeah, as an 18-year-old, I think that's still an awkward conversation.
He gave me a touching speech. Awkward silence on the drive home. Should I tell him the truth because I'm actually straight, or should I tell him I'm bi? Wait, is he bi?
I think he's straight. He said he's actually straight in the post.
Oh.
I don't know, because here it's hard. It's unnecessarily difficult because the parent's making the assumption that they're gay. And so if the son is like, no, I'm straight, I swear. The parent's like, no, it's okay.
Maybe he's denying it, so he doesn't want to say it because they're like,
yes.
I see.
Like Shawn Mendes, like, just admit it.
Okay, I had a talk with someone. Like, what if Shawn Mendes isn't gay? Like everyone thinks. What if he's just bi?
I mean, yeah. I mean, bi is still. I mean, he still likes guys too.
He's still half gay, but like, yeah, because he's with like a girl. So like, maybe he goes for both teams.
Yeah, but he's kind of fruity.
He's a zest fest. I heard that recently, and I was like, oh my god.
I would want more information here. As far as like the personality of I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know if
they've assumed.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, is my son like zesty? So yeah, maybe they've always had like this assumption, and like when they saw the PEP, they're like,
it confirmed
gay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think just all these things can be just fixed. Every single post that we've had can be fixed with a tongue,
with communication.
But like when you're in the moment of crisis, you're like, I need to talk to this person. You're like, oh, that's immediately how it be fixed.
Yeah, no one thinks about communication.
No, like in the moment, no.
I mean, yeah, I think if that's how it was, it'd be a bit jarring. It's like I think I'm instead of posting to
I'm being
Reddit,
gaslit into being gay.
yeah. It's hard. I mean, being human is difficult of
It
like
is.
facing
But
the
just like
situation.
tell your parents, like, hey, I know you've had this conversation with me. I don't know why, but like I'm not gay.
Yeah, and that'll settle it.
The parents will be like, okay, haha, I believe you.
They're like, right.
Okay, I found one.
Go ahead.
How do I determine whether my ex wants me back because she's ran out of options or if she really wants me? She claimed she was attached to me and still got feelings, but she tried to get back with her other abusive ex and it didn't work out.
Damn.
Some facts. I was the one who broke up with her. She didn't share a kiss with her ex. She didn't even share a kiss with her ex.
So they never kissed. Is that what I'm
So
hearing?
the ex and the girlfriend that wants to take the other person back never kissed. Does that make sense?
So they've never been intimate like that?
I'm guessing. So yeah, these people never been intimate together, and then this third person's like, now this person wants me back, but like they've never even been intimate. Like maybe she just wants me because this other person won't put out.
Yeah, and because she doesn't want to be alone or like
I know people like that.
yeah, they're in relationships because they're scared
They just
to be
don't want to be alone.
Yeah, which is pretty terrible because it ends up in like relationships where you're not happy, and like in this case,
Don't
you're
settle because then
unsure.
you have an ugly boyfriend.
Ooh, is that like the case all the time?
If you see anybody that's like one person's like hot and the other person's ugly, the hot person settled because they just don't want to be alone.
I kind of agree.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't.
Exactly.
I can't. In this case, I would maybe test the water still.
Maybe just talk to her.
Have you ever thought about just talking? God. I mean, I'm sure.
The sugar went up to my head. Oh.
Aww.
Someone said if you have to ask, that's a sign. Honestly,
if you have to ask.
Yeah, if you always just have to ask yourself, that's a sign you're not doing the right thing.
And that goes with anything in life. It's
you're
like,
like,
if
do
you're
I want a
asking-
burger or do I want fries? But the fact that I put fries in question with the burger, maybe I should just get the fries.
or get both?
Oh. Have you ever thought about just talking to the worker?
Have you ever thought communication with your cashier?
You're like, what should I get?
Oh, yeah.
And then the cashier's gonna be like, just get both.
Yeah, they'll make the choice for you.
Yeah.
They'll help you.
Oh, have you ever heard of like when you flip a coin? And so let's say you're like, I want fries and a burger. But like, I'm going to flip a coin and heads will be fries and tails will be burger. And then when you see tails, you're like, oh man, but I really wanted fries. So it's like,
I just keep flipping the coin until it becomes fries.
so like the fact that like there you made your decision, like you really wanted one thing, but since you saw the outcome of one, you're like, no, I wanted the other thing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Have you ever heard about that?
Yes, it kind of like when you actually have the options in front of you and you're confronted with, oh my god, I have to go with this option. It makes you rethink
Realize
everything.
that like the
What
fact
you really
that I
want.
even asked what did I want when
Yeah.
I knew it, but I just had to see the confirmation.
Yeah, it's like, what do you really want in life?
Exactly.
Burgers or fries?
Yeah.
Which-
Men or women?
Seriously. That is the question.
That is the question.
we're answering today on this podcast. So I'm losing. I
confused.
think this has sugar in it too. Actually, this Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm in the zona.
You're in the zona now.
I just crossed borders into Arizona.
I now see what gamer guys like about Mountain Dew. Like I see.
Everyone associates Mountain Dew with like
Gamer
gamers.
boys.
Yeah, like Twitch.
I was gonna say more words, but like I wasn't gonna do it. Anyways, you found one?
I saw one that was really what sorry, are you seeing some of the stuff that I'm scrolling through? Some of these are very vague. And then I'm
I
scared it's
saw
gonna
one
turn-
that was like, "Help! My friend wants $300. Don't give it to them."
Okay, this one says okay, this one's kind of deep.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna dive deep.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait, this one's crazy. Okay.
Oh my God.
Trying to learn to accept life alone. That's the headline. I'm a 61-year-old divorced woman. I realize I will never be in a romantic relationship again. Not being dramatic, but just realistic. Man, this is sad. I work hard to keep my life interesting and engaging. Friends often comment on how well I do. I'm very independent and live a full life. But there are times when it makes me very sad. Does anyone have any advice on how I can stop being so sad about this or make it less painful? Has anyone out there learned to really accept this and not feel sad about it anymore?
That was a lot to take in. I had to zone out.
Yeah, it's just I don't
so
know
she's divorced,
and she's 61 years old.
Honestly, when you're divorced and 61 years old, like I'm obviously not there, but like
Yeah, I don't think none of us are.
Has anyone ever gone through that, being 61 and divorced year old woman? Like,
I mean, my advice would be
hard.
like, I feel like aging kind of happens inversely when you get older. So like you're a teenager and then you're in your 20s and then you become
61's a new 20.
Yes, it's like you become young again.
Yeah, like
you
honestly, start your life all over.
Yeah.
Find meaning to your life.
Isn't that when you're supposed to like kind of retire anyways, around 60s?
Yeah, so like just go do something.
Yeah, and then die. But live a happy life.
Like learn, I think that's maybe what they're asking. Like learn to find meaning to your life. Like I'm divorced. Like I'm not shackled anymore. Like maybe I'll start dating again.
Yeah.
Maybe I can try that.
Oh, totally.
Maybe I'll go to the bingo night. You've been to bingo?
I've been to bingo night. It's lit.
It's lit.
It's lit. But yeah, you're right. I mean, she can definitely go out dating still. But I don't know.
I realize I will never be in a
divorce is.
romantic relationship again. Not being dramatic,
But
just
just
realistic.
realistic. I
Like
don't
honestly,
know.
yeah. Like maybe I can try dating, but like I don't think I'm ever gonna
Be married again.
be married again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a huge population in her age bracket that is looking for love still.
You'll find someone else that's also a 61-year-old divorced woman. I mean, then become besties.
Yeah. I think she's not catastrophizing. She's like,
She's being realistic.
I was gonna say she's almost. I think she's approaching like spiraling. Like, you know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
like once you're at that age, I'm like, what is my meaning to my life?
You
And
start
then
questioning everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to fix that, and I would tell you to
I
talk
don't know how to
with
fix
them.
that because I'm also going through it.
I would tell you to talk with them, but they divorced you, so I don't know who you can talk to.
You know who else is a 61-year-old divorcee? Your divorced husband. So talk to them. I work hard to keep my life interesting and engaging.
I think I need to know more about that. What are you doing to make your life interesting and engaging?
Because I want to do it too. Like, don't focus on so much of being like, I'm working hard to like keep it going.
Yeah.
But find the meaning of what you're doing.
Yeah, like not really judging it or looking at it like constantly wondering, am I doing good? But just focusing on doing.
I read something that's like, don't focus on how many books you're reading. Focus on how much information you're intaking.
Ooh, I like that.
Friends often comment on how well I do. I'm very independent and live a full life, but there are times when it makes me very sad. Did you see when I trauma dumped the other day on the internet?
Yeah,
Got
I
100
saw-
views.
I saw that.
100K views.
I saw you went viral.
I went viral for trauma dumping. Because that's it. Like, I feel very independent and like a full life, but there are times where I just like, I feel very sad and just very angry with the world.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just like a regular feeling even at 61 and 25.
Yeah, being independent and being like, I mean, having a lot of freedom and power out of like all of a sudden is not as like perfect as people make it out to be.
Like, like you feel fine being independent, but then like at the end of the day, you're like, oh my God, there's no one else around me. I gotta burp, not cry. Yeah, because it's like there's kind of no way to fix that. Well, at least I think.
I mean,
There is way to fix that, but then you divorce them.
Yeah. Damn. So it's her fault now.
It's her fault.
Okay, who divorced who?
That's true. Maybe she did it all to herself. And now she's like at that moment of like, after you make a mistake, or it's like, what did I do?
I mean, divorce is not a good thing anytime. I mean, it's not like good vibes, you know? you know what I mean? It's like divorce, no matter what, is still like bad news.
vibes.
Yeah, it's bad vibes. It's not. You're not chilling. It's
Divorce isn't chill.
It's loss. She's going through loss, so I think she needs to give it time. Focus on her friends. Focus on. I mean, finding meaning. I know. That saying is just very. I don't know. It's almost like it's way easier said than done. Obviously. But really just internalizing that.
Should just say like make this less painful. Like at some point your independence and the fact that like you are lonely and you do feel lonely, but at some point it's gonna feel less painful because you're like, yeah, I'm, like, have you ever gone to Disneyland by yourself?
Oh yeah,
like it's so much fun.
Or,
like at the beginning, I was like, this is so sad, and then you're like, I can do whatever I want because there's no one trailing behind me.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Same with like movies. I used to like to go to the movies by myself. I should do that more again. I like going to Target by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just like going out by myself.
Yeah, like
you're on your own agenda.
Yeah, that's why. Like it's gonna feel at some point it's gonna feel less painful.
Mm-hmm. It just needs time.
It just needs time.
Well, good luck to her. God, I don't know where I'm gonna be in my 60s.
Divorced.
Shut up. A divorced woman. I'm gonna be a
divorced woman at 61. Let's find one good last one.
Sure.
I can't find it. Advice. I need to find the page again. I got lost. How's your Arizona Mountain Dew?
Oh, it's so good. I haven't had this in a long time. There is this ice cream company called, I think it's Bluebell. No.
Bluebell? Isn't that the cheese?
Yeah, it's not. It's some ice cream company that does not exist in California, but they made Arizona ice cream. So I think that's why this is on my mind.
Is it my responsibility to keep my friend's secret when I was also involved, and telling it to my friends would be healthy for me?
Ooh.
Are you enticed? When I was a boy, me and my male buddy at the same age used to... I actually don't like this one.
Okay, next.
Next!
Yeah, a lot of these are very
They're
sexual.
NSFW. Like, honestly, like, don't put your sexual life out there. My parents acting like they're better than me.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. One day my mom kind of just came home in a bad mood and was expressing it. My dad scolded her, and I also expressed that I didn't do anything and that she shouldn't take her anger out on me. As a result, my dad is now yelling at me, telling me to shut up and go sit down. So now all of a sudden I am now the bad guy. And then my dad goes on to say how he is an adult, so only he has the privilege to say something. I got furious and got into an hour-long argument because I thought it was offensive to me. This type of hierarchy in my family is not anything new. That's how my family likes to run, and I'm sick of it.
Oh my god.
There's no comments. There's a deleted comment.
Cricket. Well, I guess it's up to us. It's up to us to solve this.
Okay.
She should be they should be thinking. I think she's
like
a daughter.
when your mom's mad, so like the whole house is mad. The
whole house gets heated. Yeah.
It just takes one person to bring the vibe down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
like, have you ever been out with friends and it's a group of friends and this person's like, it's gonna be so, like, before the event happens, or like, it's gonna be so much fun, and then they're literally like bringing that down, like the party down, and you're like,
yeah, they're like the killjoy.
Great.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate those that tension.
Yeah.
In groups.
But when you're the only one that can feel it, because you're the only self-aware one.
Oh, shut up.
That's my hierarchy.
I like to look around and see if people know, like, if they're thinking
like,
the same
I make
thing.
eye contact with them and be like, do you feel it too?
Yeah. I like blink. I like
help.
So it looks like the mom was pissy, and then the dad was pissy, and then the girl or the daughter, I think she's the daughter, right?
She's like,
I don't know if she's the daughter.
Why are we all pissy?
Yeah, and then the dad is like, shut up.
Go sit down.
Yeah. Now everyone's just mad. This sounds like a toxic household. Maybe consider
leaving. You know how
leaving.
it's gonna end?
Sorry, what?
With the 61-year-old divorced woman.
Wait, maybe they're connected. Damn.
Just move out.
I mean, just talk with them. It's hard to talk in
No,
a
because if
situation.
they talk, the dad's gonna get all defensive. It's like, I wasn't mad. I didn't tell you to go sit down and shut up. They're gonna gaslight her.
Sounds like terrible parenting. Did you know that, like, our parents...
You are a reflection of your parents.
Yes, and that our parents are also just, like, people... Not to, like, give that excuse to any of, like, mishandling in childhood or growing up, but, like, they're also... Just
Like, they're
as,
doing
like,
it for the first time.
Yeah, like, we honestly... They probably don't know better than us.
That's why the hierarchy, question it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe look at yourself. Maybe look at who birthed you, and maybe it runs in the blood to be pissy, and
The parents are a product of their parents.
oh yeah, and she, I mean,
Is a product of the parents.
yes, and it's not. I don't know if it's anyone's responsibility.
So shut up and go sit down.
I mean, I don't think anyone should tell anyone to, like, shut up like that. It just seems kind of abusive, and I think it's an abuse of, like, power.
Cycle of abuse.
Oh, totally. And unfortunately, in this case, it's kind of up to the victim, which is the poster, to stop the chain.
It ends with us.
It ends with us. We can stop. What is
Abuse.
this? Child abuse. Yeah. Well, no, but I don't know. Am I wrong? Like, it sucks that the victim has to, like, be the one who takes action because they're aware. Mm-hmm. Like, they're the one who's getting hurt, and they're realizing
This type
is
of hierarchy
not right.
in my family is not anything new. That's how my family likes to run, and I'm sick of it.
Okay, then I mean,
Do something about it.
a lot of times,
Kill
kill them.
with kindness.
And that's how we end up with these headlines in our local news with family murdered.
I read some things about it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know how to solve this.
Like, just keep your head down until you can move out. That's all I can say. Like, you know how I was saying, like, I react one way because I know they're gonna do something.
Mm.
Just do that. Like, you know they're gonna yell at you if you question it.
Yeah, if
you know
can
they're gonna
predict
tell you to shut up and sit down.
If you can predict their actions.
Yeah. Which, like, I'm not gonna say anything, but, like, I predict everyone's actions in somewhere, not my household. So, like, I know how to act. Like, I know how to, like,
You know how
bamboozle
to act.
everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game of...
I know how to gaslight the gaslighter.
It's a game of manipulation, and to be able to manipulate to your advantage, like, you really have to know people.
Yeah, and it takes years to perfect. Speaking from experience.
Okay.
Not really.
Uh-huh.
All right. I feel like that's a good word.
Yeah, that's a good I'm still scrolling. This place is really interesting.
I know.
Reddit is interesting. But a lot of problems out here in the world that need to be solved.
Yeah, and don't worry, guys. We'll solve them for you.
So if you have any questions for advice,
if you need your problem solved, just DM us.
yes, I know. Actually, are we an advice podcast
Yeah,
now?
let's change it.
You know how, like, in those columns on, like, newspapers, there's
I've always
like,
wanted to do
like
that.
Ask Sally or something, like, Dear Sally, like
My boyfriend's
anonymously.
cheating on me. Kill him.
All right.
My boyfriend told me I'm not wife material.
material.
So funny. Okay.
That's fucked. Okay.
Any last words?
No. Now. Oh God.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
There's so many.
Like, you would be surprised. Like, there's no, like, you can't investigate who said this.
Yeah.
So, like, they're just gonna, like, trauma dump and say the most vulgar things.
It's crazy how much people share. I mean, it's nice here because it's like you're anonymous, but
That's why people just feel free to
okay.
say
Well,
it.
I'm feeling a bit better looking at this because I don't have all these problems.
What if they're like, I'm gonna create the most absurd thing and post it?
Yeah, no. I think
Yeah.
that's a thing on the internet. Like, people make shit up, and I think these are hard to tell what's real and
real
what's
and what's
not
not.
because it's just, I don't know.
So maybe we didn't actually fix anyone's problems. Who knows?
It's good practice. It's good practice. Thank you guys for listening, watching, putting us on in the background. If you liked us, be sure to give us a follow.
And
follow
send
us
us your problems.
No. Don't send us your problems. Send them to Reddit. You think I'm going to solve your problems?
We just did for everybody.